Hi everybody, this is Jack Hurley, the Superintendent of Schools in Rutherford, and it's another edition of The Word from the Superintendent. As we are somewhere now, depending on your viewing, in the middle of May, moving into June, as the school year is rapidly coming to a close, but there's still an awful lot of academic, athletic, artistic, co-curricular activities going on in and around the district. A couple of things to highlight. Back about a month or so ago, the Board of Ed approved the calendar for the 2019-2020 school year, and that calendar has been out and about and published. There's going to be a revision to that calendar that's going to be approved as we speak and will be republished, and that affects the grades pre-K to grade 6 that held parent conferences. The parent conferences that have traditionally been held in November have been very valuable for our parents to come in and meet with teachers. However, it's a bad month, November. In November, there are 2 days of school closing due to this teachers' convention, 2.5 days due to Thanksgiving, and usually a day with election day. So that month, students are missing a lot of instructional time and a lot of school. And then in the K to 6 level, we throw another day and a half. So we're going to give a try next year to moving the parent-teacher conferences on that grade level to the end of what's traditionally the first semester of the school year, at the end of January. And the dates next year will be January 30th and 31st. The idea being that with the parent portal being open, with email communications, with RTI meetings, child study team meetings, parent emails, and the ability to always conference with your teacher, parents are well informed of their child's progress throughout the early part of the year. But to lose a day and a half of instruction in a month where so much instruction is already being lost, it seemed to make more sense to move it to a month that's a little more intact. So be looking for that calendar change when it's published, which should be sometime in the middle of May. This year's school calendar, as I notified all of you, will have the Friday before Memorial Day, which is May 24th. I hope I'm doing that from memory. I hope I'm right. As a day the district will be closed. As you know, in our calendar every year, that day is closed, the district, if we don't use all of our snow days. So as I speak, we will be closed that day, and allows for a little longer Memorial Day weekend for our students and their families and our faculty and staff. If something unusual comes up, and sometimes, we've had school closures in the spring and even into June because of bad weather with power lines down or things of that nature, then obviously we have to have that day. But, as we knock on wood and we look at what normally happens this time of year, it looks like that day will be a day that the district is closed. This time of year, there are lots of activities going on in and around the district, as I said earlier. Please consult the website, the calendar for the district, but also the calendar for your school. Some of our schools post, most of our schools post the real significant items on the district's calendar on the homepage, but not all. So if you go into your school's webpage, you'll see what's happening in your school. But I invite you to look at the district calendar, to look at some of the other schools, because although your child may be in Washington or Lincoln or at the high school, you may find it interesting to see some of the artwork or the theatrical performances or the athletic performances of our students in other schools. Just to highlight a few activities that are of note. At the high school, starting with art shows, let me start there. Union schools occurred on the day I'm filming this, May 9th. But Pierpont is May 15th. The high school is May 22nd. And Washington and Lincoln hold theirs on May 21st. And that night of May 21st, the Kindergarten Center does a concert over at Washington School. So you can go and see the kindergarten choral performance and look at some of the artwork of our students at Washington School as well. The Pierpont School is also holding their school play. Union did theirs in April. The high school did theirs in March. The Pierpont School play is, which is Dr. Seuss the musical, is the weekend of May 30th. It begins on Thursday night. There's a Thursday night, Friday night, and a Sunday afternoon performance of the play that weekend at Pierpont School. And high school prom and senior breakfast is held on May 31st. Union School, middle school will hold their graduation at Washington School on June 19th, and the high school holds their graduation, weather permitting, at Tryon Field on June 20th. And again, I know I left out some activities, there's so much going on, but those are some of the major ones of interest and note, and please check the website for more. Finally, the facilities referendum webpage that's been up since the last referendum was taken down last month. It has been revised and retooled for the potential of a new referendum, and that website will go live on May 15th. We'll put a Connect 5 message out to alert you to that. As far as the potential for a referendum in the fall, the board will be reviewing the approval that we received from the state of New Jersey in terms of our plan and in terms of state debt relief to reduce the local impact on taxpayers. And then we'll make a decision in the first week of June whether or not to go forward with the referendum. The board reserves the right to make that decision, but as we all know, there are some real needs that the district faces that we need to look at ways to address. So I encourage you, like we did last time, to please stay informed, to visit the website, to look for notices regarding information and meetings and any other information that may help you become educated about the referendum process as we go forward. Enjoy the month of May, enjoy the activities, enjoy the celebrations of the accomplishments of your sons and daughters as we join with you to applaud them on their accomplishments throughout the year. Remember to encourage your children, and for any of the students watching, to finish the school year strong. Everything counts towards grades, towards the improvement of skills and knowledge as we move forward in the educational journey together. Have a great May, and before the school year's out, I'll be back with one more edition of Word from the Superintendent. This is Jack Hurley, Superintendent of Rutherford Schools. Thank you.